Hey y'all, DJ Legion back with you. Haven't been on YouTube, haven't made a video in a minute. Let's scoot back. My head's chopped off. There we go. Haven't made a video in a minute, but thought I'd get on and show you guys some of the stuff that I've picked up in my vinyl collection over the last few months. And yeah, just give you an update on how I'm doing. Everything is great. First off, as you can see, we got rid of the vintage 1969 unit, and I just slapped an Audio Technica LP60 up there for now. Got a great buy on that. It retailed for $120, but I picked that up for about $90 a couple of months back. This one does not have the Bluetooth, so I'm running an audio video cable directly into this little Marshall speaker. This is actually licensed by Marshall Amplifiers, so and it's really well made and very, very cool. It does have Bluetooth technology, but like I said, that turntable is not the Bluetooth one that they sell. But anyway, so that's what's getting me by for the time being for the next year or so. I did keep my vintage speakers from the old unit. Some point I might get a receiver and plug the turntable into a receiver and then hook up the old speakers, sometime next year. No big, that's not like high on their priority list, but I might do that. But anyway, so this speaker is getting me by, and I know it doesn't look like much, but the sound out of this thing is remarkably good. So anyway, moving on to the vinyl. Got a lot of stuff to show you. I need to move quickly. A lot of genres, a lot of eras, as you put the norm on my vinyl haul. And this is a lot of stuff I'm going to show you I got for free. Didn't pay anything for it. And I haven't bought any vinyl of any significance in weeks. So most of what I'm going to show you I've gotten, way back in September and October. So anyway, let's get started. Picked up a copy of the Beatles Revolver. This is just those latest reissues. And this is the stereo version. Great record here. A lot of people consider this to be the band's best album. I like Abbey Road as the band's best record, but this is a great album. This is the bridge album, I always say, because it kind of had the poppy Love Me Do, I Want to Hold Your Hand Beatles, and then part of the album had the psychedelic Yellow Submarine, Strawberry Fields Forever Beatles. This was like the album that kind of, when they were transitioning into the more psychedelic sound. Imelda May, Tribal. It's, coming out of the UK. This is rockabilly, really great stuff. Yeah, it's a fabulous album. When I was DJing, they had this on CD at the radio station, and I always liked it. So I came across this used copy, pretty cheap, at one of the local shops, and I picked it up. The mint sealed copy of Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Have not cracked the seal on this. A very clean copy of John Denver Poems, Prayers, and Promises. This is an upgrade. I've had a Beat to Hell copy of this, and I got a pretty decent copy for $1 about, years ago. But this one is still in the shrink wrap, super clean. This is going to be the last upgrade I'll ever need. Got a very nice copy of the My Fair Lady soundtrack. This is an upgrade as well. I just got this, actually. I think $2. My wife bought it for me. So that was cool, because I have a Beat to Hell copy of this, but now I have a very nice upgrade. This one's still in the shrink wrap. Copy of the Sound of Music soundtrack, average condition. Don't have this one. Love musicals, by the way. I have a lot of musicals, so, but I do not have the Sound of Music. Wife bought this one for me as well. Elvis, Moody Blue, 1977, the last album released before he died. This one is on the blue vinyl. Guess I'll show you that. You can see how clean the inner sleeve is, and the blue vinyl, of course. I went to a record shop in Berkeley, and they had 3 copies of this album, mint, sealed, unopened, from '77, or right after. So that's why I bought one of those copies. I actually had a copy of this, but I'm not going to pass up the mint sealed copy from '77. Didn't cost that much, $8. They had 3 of these. If I'd had the money, I'd have bought them all. And I might go back at some point next year and see if they still have them. They have a lot of Elvis. But anyway, yeah. So this is the last upgrade I'm going to need on this. Mint sealed for Stray Cats, Rant and Rave. This is a promo copy. You can see the stamp there, I think. There you go. Yeah. And usually, I know you're saying, well, how is it a promo if it's wrapped up in shrink wrap? They actually cut the shrink wrap on the corner. It's kind of hard to see, but they cut it diagonally and took it off so they could stamp it. But it actually still is sealed, never opened. So this is a great record. Brian Setzer, one of my favorite guitar players. Rockabilly as well. An original 1969 Quicksilver Messenger Service Happy Trails. An original 1969 pressing. I'm stoked to have this. Except for the fact that Susan wrote her name on it. Thank you there, Susan. Hurting the value. But anyway, I've had a few of these, and every time I see these, they beat to hell. Every time I see a copy of this in the wild, it's just beat to hell. But this is a pretty clean copy here. This is an OG pressing, original 1969. And this one is from the UK. So, very cool. So this will be the last upgrade I need of this. Like I said, I've had a few of these, but you always find them and they're just beat up. But this one's nice and clean and an original. Ray Charles, Crying Time. This old school on the ABC Paramount label. Yeah, this is the old school label for Ray Charles right here. So stoked to get this in good condition. Madonna, Like a Prayer. It's great to find this on vinyl. I love this record. So, great condition. Super clean, actually. Really, really nice condition on this. Lucifer 1. I found out about these guys from Frank at channel 33 RPM. He had mentioned this band, Lucifer. And they're kind of like Black Sabbath with a female vocalist. I guess that's the best way I can describe them. Check the vinyl out on this. Way cool. Yeah, that's how I can describe them. Think early Black Sabbath with a female vocalist. Really, really good. Like I said, I found out about them from Frank, channel 33 RPM. By the way, if you watch this video, Frank, thank you for turning me on to these guys. So... there you have that. Let's see. Helix. Bastard of the Blues. Got this from my buddy Scott Waters. And No Life Till Metal. Rocks Records. No Life Till Metal Records. And this was a release that they put out. Very cool. Got the blue vinyl version. There's the logo. No Life Till Metal. And the one on the other side there. Blue vinyl. This is a great record. Got turned on to this. I was watching one of Scott's videos, and this one of the songs, great song called "Even Jesus Wasn't Loved in His Hometown," was playing in the background. And I thought, man, I didn't know who it was. I just knew the song was awesome. So I asked him who it was, and he said it was the new Helix. And so this was years ago, but they finally this past year, 2018, released his label. No Life Till Metal. We got the rights to re-release this on vinyl. And so I had to have a copy of that. It's a great record. Pink Floyd. Got this from Mel Ron. Yeah, I got an original OG Pink Floyd from Mel Ron for this VCLT that he sent me. Appreciate that, Ron. This is, it's original Pink Floyd. It's great stuff. Rick Wakeman got this one from Metal Ron as well. Some VCLT that he sent. And here's another one from Rick Wakeman, some VCLT that he sent. Ron had a bunch of stuff for sale on Discogs that just wasn't moving. He wanted to clear it out. Wanted to, make some space. And so he sent me a list of what he had, said he would VCLT anything I wanted to me. And so I said, yeah, you know, I'll take this one, this one, this one, this one. And so that's what some of these are here. Elton John, Rock of the Westies, and of course Buffy St. Marie. She used to want to be a ballerina. I have a bunch of her stuff. This is on Vanguard. This is folk music, Indian folk music, and protest music, kind of, you know, along the lines of Pete Seeger, that kind of vibe. The Lone Ranger. This is one of the original radio shows, and this one is from November 27th, 1960, is when this show was aired. The show that's on this album. So, and then there's another one, an interview with Grace Beamer, broadcast on the day of his death, February 28th, 1965. Well, I assume he was playing the Lone Ranger in this. So anyway, love the old radio shows. I've shown many albums from them in the past. Moving along. Cher's Greatest Hits. Got this on the cheap. Love this record. Would like a nicer copy of it. But this one will suffice for the time being. And this is the MCA era Cher, the old school Cher, right after she left Sunny, Dark Lady, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, all those songs. So, anyway. Moving on. Oh, this is cool. Charlotte's Web. Do y'all remember that show? I know we all read the book back in the day, E.B. White, Charlotte's Web, but there was an animated TV show where Paul Lynde played the mouse, Templeton. This is in the 70s, probably. Anyway, this is the audio recording of that. And very cool. Check this vinyl out. Bam. Look at that. Cool, huh? Only pressed 1,000 copies of this. I had to have this. I was a big Charlotte's Web, Stuart Little fan when I was a little guy. And of course, when this was on TV, it was like a big deal. Like the Peanuts, Charlie Brown, Christmas, and The Great Pumpkin, Halloween, and all that stuff. You know, when this was would show on TV, the Charlotte's Web animated show. Debbie Reynolds played Charlotte. Paul Lynde as Templeton. Harry Gibson as Wilbur. And Agnes Moorehead as Goose. Anyway, so yeah, great stuff here. Susan Crofts, Closer, another one that Metal Ron sent me. Got some Neil Diamond for free. This is September Morn. Mint sealed in the shrink wrap, unopened. Still haven't opened it yet. I've had these for weeks. Neil Diamond, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. This one has been opened, but it's in the shrink wrap. Got that one for free. Neil Diamond Serenade, also in the shrink wrap. And I got this one for free as well. Got some classical. 3 albums from the Family Library of Great Music. I have Schubert, Chopin, and Mozart. All classical. Got all these for free. And don't be, oh, by the way, don't be buying classical, guys. Okay, there's plenty of classical music out there for free. So don't be buying it. Actually, was at a Goodwill the other day, and they must have had 20 more records in this series, this exact kind of layout and design, all these different composers. But they wanted $2 a piece. And that's $2 too much. It's classical music. There's plenty of it out there for free. So anyway, I got some folk. Joan Baez, Diamonds and Rust. This is a great, super clean copy, still in the shrink wrap, original inner sleeve, so on and so forth. Connie Francis, More Italian Favorites. Got this one for free. Love Connie Francis. Maurice Evans reads A.A. Milne's Joyful Weenie the Pooh. I have, there's 2 of these in this series. This is the first one. And I have the second one. Different cover, but basically the same design, but a different piece of artwork. And this is beat up, but I wanted it anyway because I have the second one and I really want to I need a nicer copy of this, but this one will suffice for now because it was free. And this is great. This is the pre-Walt Disney Winnie the Pooh. You know, when we think of Winnie the Pooh, we think of the Disney Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and all, you know, those characters that they made famous with their cartoons and those specific voices. But this was before Disney got a hold of it. And so there's no Tigger. There was no Tigger, by the way. That character was added later. The original Winnie the Pooh book, the first one, did not have the character of Tigger. So there's no Tigger on this. So this guy here, Maurice Evans, he does all the voices for all the characters, and you know, and with inflection and all this. And yeah, so it's interesting to see Winnie the Pooh, but not the Disney Winnie the Pooh. It's great to have a different look at those characters. So anyway, Maurice Evans, by the way, played the dad of Samantha Stevens on Bewitched. Yeah, there's some useless trivia. Yeah. Anyway, Winnie the Pooh. Judy Collins, the best of Judy Collins. This is a great record. Great song on here called Someday Soon. Both Sides Now is on here. So, yeah, it's a great album. Great condition. Got this one for free as well. We'll close with some rock here. Some stuff I should have owned. You'd think I would have had these, right, by now. Same thing with the Revolver, the Beatles. But actually didn't own these on vinyl ever in my lifetime. Until just recently, a couple months ago, I picked these up. This is Back in Black, Highway to Hell, the reissues. Very nice. They did a great job on these. I'll show you. So you have all these great liner notes and photographs from the 1980 tour. And the great label with the AC/DC logo on it. Yeah, you'd think I'd have had that on vinyl, right? But I did not until a couple of months back. And then AC/DC's Highway to Hell. Same series. These are the remasters from, what does it say here? 2013, I guess. Yeah, so. And as before, this one has color photos. That's kind of great. On the inner sleeve. And the same logo. All the ones from this series have the AC/DC on the label. So, anyway, that's it, man. Moving through it quickly. Like I said, a little bit of everything there. Rockabilly, folk, classical, heavy metal, so on and so forth. I'm doing great, and I know I haven't been on in ages. Sorry about that. Just, you know, not that into it right now. Not into the VC that much. Still buying, you know, still picking up some vinyl off and on, but just not, you know, not filming every week or even every month at this point. But I have broke 600 subscribers. I think we're at 613 subscribers, something like that. So that's enough of a cushion to say I have 600 subscribers. So thank you guys for that. Like I said, I'm not even putting videos up, and I'm picking up subscribers. So that's amazing. Very grateful for all of you. And, you know, I can't promise that I'm going to film regular videos once a week in the future. I don't know what the future holds. You know, 2019, I have, you know, I only have 2 goals in 2019. Save money and to work out and get in shape, which has been the key thing for most of this year. Since July, especially, to get in shape and to train and to work out more and more. So I spend a lot of time at the gym and not that much time in the record shops at this point. So, you know, that's my passion. That's what's driving me. So, you know, the vinyl community has kind of slipped back a little bit. But anyway, I'm doing well, and doing great. It's going to be a great 2018 was a great year for me. Great year for me. So, and I imagine 2019 will, you know, I'll just build on the successes that I had this year and keep moving things forward in 2019. So anyway, that's it, and that's all. I hope you all are doing well. Haven't talked to you guys on, you know, Richard and and Jex and Frank and Scott and Renee and Metal Ron, and all the VC brothers out there. You know, I'm still here, just not as active, but I'm watching your stuff. I'm posting up on Facebook. You can follow me there as well. Anyway, until I see you again, you know what you need to do. Turn up the music, turn down the drama, and have a great day.